What up? What's going on? Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome back to our platform, our show. I am your boy Drew. We are Option Forward. I'm joined by the second half of the show, as always. GQ Nestor, how you doing today?
What it do? What it do? I'm doing good. Doing good.
You feeling a little lovely right now?
Yeah, I'm good.
Cali weather.
Cali weather.
That's what we're attributing it to.
That it's been different.
All right. Okay. How different?
Uh,
Huh? that sums it up, right?
yeah.
Hey, but ladies and gentlemen, we're in for a treat today. Our very special guest today is someone I would say a creator, a trailblazer, someone who's paving her own way in the fashion industry, painter, singer. You heard of Mariah Carey? Nah, Mariah Carey ain't got nothing on her. All right. And she probably gonna do a little something for us today, sing a little tune for us. I'm just playing. That's only if she wants to. But we're here to learn her story about what she's creating and what she's doing and what's coming up for her.
Thank you.
Welcome to the show, Miss Adriana Sahar. How are you doing today?
I feel good.
Did I pronounce that right?
Yeah, you actually did such a good job.
Well, thank you.
No one's ever said it that good.
Okay, well, thank you. Thank you very much. All right, I appreciate it. So how are you feeling?
I feel good right now.
No traffic?
The traffic was okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, chill out. What you listen to on the way here?
Oh, we listened to a couple of songs, but I guess Ashley Simpson.
Ashley Simpson.
Have you
I
heard
was
of her?
not expecting. Have I heard of her? Yeah, dude. Yeah, I've heard of her.
She got a new
I just wasn't
No.
expecting that.
It was like some old stuff from back in the day, and it
Yeah?
just the way it happened was
You was feeling retro today.
yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yes.
So for all the viewers and the listeners out there, tell us a little bit about yourself. Where'd you grow up?
I grew up in LA, like the Valley, Beverly Hills.
Okay.
And I've just been here pretty much this whole fucking time.
But doing your thing, right?
Yeah, I did my thing. I lived in New York for like a bit.
How was that?
That was like in the start of my career.
Okay.
That was a very interesting time in my life.
What was the
It
difference?
was like 7 years ago.
What was the difference you noticed between here and there? Because you was pursuing fashion out there.
Yeah, but there was more like it was like right after college, and I wanted to be like a famous fashion designer, and then I went to New York, and then I like now worked so much, but I left with like just a little money. Like I had like $1,000 from like a car accident, and I was like, I'm gonna move to New York. But I lasted for like 4 months.
But that's good though. What, 1,000 in New York though? Like rent is like
I was sleeping
$4,000
on
for
people's
like
couches, like people I didn't even know.
word.
I don't even think my mom knows this, but yeah.
Oh.
And then like this lady who I actually did fashion shows with,
Okay.
she made them all happen, but she was friends with my dad, and I had contacted her while I was in New York, and I'm like, hey, I'm out here. Let me know if you need any help with anything, or I would love to see you. And we just like met up, and then I was helping her with her fashion shows, like watching her kids.
Okay.
She had kids, and then when I had left back to LA, she was just like, that was like when I started my clothing line.
Okay.
Like,
So what
right then.
what was your I know that's like the basic question, but I believe it's important. Like, what was your inspiration? Like, when did you decide like, yo, fashion is what I'm gonna do?
I was like 13, but
Okay.
it was so weird. Like my mom said I wanted a sewing machine, and then she got me one, and I like took classes, and then I was just always making stuff. Like when I was really young, like 13, 12, I'd make like these pins, and I would sell them because I was just like a little hustler.
Okay.
And I would like sell these pins for like $1, and people would buy them. And then
Like writing pens.
I
clothing.
would cut pins. I had a button maker.
Okay,
Well, I call
okay.
it a pin. It's like a button with a picture in it. So I would always cut
I got you.
and make collages, and like I would just cut celebrity faces and make a pin, and then it has a safety pin in the back, and then you just put it on.
Were you an only child?
No, I have 3 brothers.
3 brothers?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
You're the youngest?
No, I'm the middle.
Mm.
I'm a middle girl.
Okay. So what has been what would you say like what has been like your greatest challenge with trying to get into the fashion industry, or even just not getting because you're already there? So what has been your greatest challenge, you think, to this day?
I feel like there's always something, you know, and I think fashion is always evolving, and like we're never gonna know what's gonna happen. So I think it's all about taking like a chance, and I just keep going. It's such a hard question.
But where do you get your because I mean I've looked at your collection, like where do you get your inspiration from? Like what, like you be like yo I'm about to create this and it's gonna be fire. Like what do you do?
It's
What's
like
your process?
a feeling. I think it's like honestly, it used to be like heartbreak and like my passion.
Somebody broke your heart.
Not, I wouldn't say that, but it's like, it's just like being hurt sometimes can like inspire you.
Okay.
Oh shit.
But I don't think that's like the greatest way to say it. I think also like muses, like people you meet, like love people give you, like I think that it's all combined, and like it takes time. Like it's not doesn't happen overnight. Like, you know, we think like, oh, I have this, and like it's also like patience. Like you have to have so much patience and like resilience to just like keep going, like even after like because what I've said, I've been doing this for like 7-8 years, so you don't, you know, it's like you really need patience.
And how did you, because I think that's like something that we all struggle with, you know what I'm saying, is being patient.
Mm-hmm.
So how do you remain patient?
Smoke a lot of weed.
Yeah, that'll give you patience.
Does it work for you?
Yeah, that I mean, why would you? Okay.
Also,
no, I'm just asking.
Also, like I've been doing this new thing where like I just listen to like affirmation music on iTunes, and that really helps me. I listen to like wealth and like abundance meditations.
Any
Really?
shrooms?
Oh, I don't do shrooms. I don't do drugs.
Okay.
That's the second time today we heard the affirmation thing, though.
Yeah.
Maybe,
I mean,
maybe we're missing out.
It usually goes like a lot of people that like get
But it
into
can
that,
go tough.
like the microdosing and stuff like that.
No, I don't like that stuff. I like being in control of my body and my thoughts.
You don't like the colors, right?
I already see colors.
Yeah.
Really?
I see colors right now.
For real?
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Do you know what the colors mean? On what you see?
Yes.
You do.
Auras, right?
Okay. So, all right. So
I don't need to see your aura color. I can feel you.
Really?
Yeah.
That's dope. Honestly, that's.
It's like I don't understand people who shroom every day. Like, what are you trying to achieve with your life? Like, I want to be present. I want to be mindful. I want to like be authentic. Like, I don't want to be altered. That's not who I am. You know, some people live by it, but I just like on my own thing.
Man, this is deep. All right. Would you say you like a?
Oh, but I wanted to add something in about
Okay,
the
go ahead.
affirmation stuff.
Let's go.
Because it has something to do with also patience. Like
Okay.
you can be doing all that and like you're like, you know, like you want things to come so much faster, but I think you just have to like enjoy it and like really believe it.
It's kind of hard to enjoy when you got bills, though.
And I know.
You know what I'm saying?
But
Like
that's what I was saying.
hard because like it's almost one of those things to where like you will see it on social media or on a local news channel or somebody who's, say for instance, what's old boy from Mark Cuban, right? Somebody's at his financial status, that's the owner of the Dallas Mavericks basketball team, and say money ain't everything. Like, you don't need it. Like, it doesn't bring me happiness. And then you hear somebody yell out from the car, like, yo, then write me a blank check then, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, for real. Like, if it doesn't mean anything, and if you know what I'm saying? But people, it's to me, it's just like, yo, like.
There's so many bills, too. Like, why?
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, you know, the ironic part is that you technically never really own anything because let's just say you have a paid off home, right? you're still paying property tax. So technically, it's never yours. So it's pretty, like.
I mean, but property taxes annually in comparison to a monthly mortgage.
Yeah, but I mean, technically, you never really own anything. I mean, it's just.
Let's put it this way. You have to pay for so much shit in life. We'll just leave it there.
No, yeah, you're right.
Like, everything is, like,
Yeah.
something.
Yeah.
There's the cost to everything.
Yeah.
Are you self-taught? Like
In what? Which
like
part?
as far as your your designs and things like that? Like, did it come to you like naturally? I know you start off with the buttons and stuff like that.
Oh, no, I went to
and
college.
then you went to school.
Yeah.
But you learned everything there, or were you already putting into practice what you
I was already, like, in high school. I was always, like, in art classes, photography, art. And then I went to FITM, which is downtown. I went there, and then I got my degree. And then I worked at a couple spots. That didn't last long. And then I started my thing.
And what is your thing?
My clothing brand.
All right, what's the name of it?
Adriana Sahar.
All right, there we go. What was your first fashion show, and what was that experience like?
I did a couple in New York with Veronica. The girl was telling you that I lived with her. She let me stay in her showroom for like a month. She wasn't even there. So good. But my shows were so exhilarating. Like, I just remember, like, always I would make everything like as I would go. So I'd pick a couple colors, and then the trimmings and the styles, and then the models, and like everything about it was like so exhilarating. I haven't done a show in about 3 years, maybe more.
Why?
Since like 2019, right? Yeah.
Would you say because of COVID or any other reason?
Yeah, it was COVID, and then I kind of just went. Some personal things happened to me, and then I just wanted to just be like low key. But I do want to do a show. I'm not like promising anything, but soon,
Okay, because LA's coming up soon.
I don't know if I'll do that one, but
All right, most definitely. So in like preparation for this, and I spoke to you a little bit over the phone, and it's a question that I wanted to ask you, because I think from the outside, you know what I'm saying, like people always assume, you know what I'm saying, and most of the times when you assume, and you make an ass out of you and me, right?
Mm-hmm.
But when you assume, you're more than likely wrong. So you can say, oh, this person is materialistic or whatever the case may be. So in your opinion, like, what's more important, establishing relationships or money?
I love the way you like rolled that out.
Yeah.
Damn. It's like, I guess, what's more important to me? I've had so many like relationships. I'm not talking about like platonic, like, business relationships and all that stuff. And I think money is more important to me.
But okay, all right. Hey, that's
Hey,
like love is cool, but like, is that gonna like buy me like what I need, or like do like what, pay my bills? Like I literally have to like fight for everything that I want, and it's like love comes and goes, right?
Oh, you're right.
But so does money.
100.
But
But
money
I was
also.
about to say, like,
Money.
because when you up, you up, and when you not, you not. You know what
Yeah,
I'm
but
saying?
like, I'm just saying, I'm money is important.
So would you pick money over your mom?
No. See, that's like that. I don't know.
Hey, I'm asking you a question. Just
Not my
let me know how
mom.
you-
No.
Not your mom. All right. Everybody else though.
Maybe my aunt. Maybe my
Wait, I got a lot of family. Relax.
All right. So I know you like. I asked you a question like I think along the lines of like, what's the last movie you seen that made you cry, right? So I'm gonna hit you with this one, right? So, pretend you wrote a script, right? You wrote a script. You titled that script "The Great Expectations." I'm a film producer, right? And you present that script to me. Why should I make this film called Great Expectations?
Honestly, it was just really good, and I feel like people need to feel stuff like that, like how it made me feel.
So that's important for you to when you experience something to have that feeling. Like it's almost us like we talked to like a couple of designers throughout the week or whatever, and oftentimes the gratification comes from when they try on my clothes, that expression that they have, you know what I'm saying, on their face, like this is it.
Mm-hmm.
Is that what you're talking about? Like,
Yeah.
so if I'm watching a movie, if I'm trying on clothes, I should feel something. Is that important to you?
Yeah, it's really important. And I think that's what I was talking about, like inspiration. Like, I don't think it's heartbreak. I think it's feeling things, you know? Because, like, I feel like when we go through life, so many things happen to us and it, like, cuts our cords in a way. We're like, I'm never gonna want to feel that again because that made me feel like shit. So then we're, like, closed off and we just don't want to feel anything. So, like, when I saw this movie, which was recently, it just made me, like, feel something. And it made me, like, kind of just feel like, wow. Like, that feeling was good.
You felt present.
Yeah. And I wasn't even on my phone during the movie. Like, it was great.
Dope. Dope. GQ Nesto.
No,
He's tearing up.
Yeah, I'm over here
he's
shit.
crying behind the
Like,
shades.
I'm like, oh shit, like shit got deep.
You would say you're the happiest when what? Or define happiness. What is happiness to you? What does it look like?
Such a hard question because, like, I've been thinking about this question so much lately. What is happiest to me? I feel like when I'm just present, going with the flow, when I'm, like, in sync, when I feel like I'm in sync, and, like, finding new things out, and when good things happen to me. Like, I'll be walking down the street and something happens and, like, that makes me happy.
So how do you
describe
go ahead.
What is like one of the most, I want to say, like recent accomplishment that just brighten up your day?
Well, it's like with the affirmations thing, that I listen to that and then things happen and then those things brighten my day. You know, like, or if I get a call and they're like, hey, like, we want you to style Paris Hilton, you know, like, that makes me happy. Like, the amount of hard work I put into, like, myself and my brand and my vision and seeing, like, things pay off, like, that makes me happy. Or, like, seeing my niece who's just born, she's 5 months, like, that makes me happy. Like, even when she just cries, it, like, brightens my heart, you know? Or, like, being with my boyfriend makes me happy, you know? Working out, doing stuff like that.
The little things.
Yeah, it's always the little things. Always. Like, looking at the stars, the moon, like, smelling a tree, or, like, driving on the freeway and, like, just looking at all the cars pass by.
Have you always felt that way, though? Like, have you always come to the realization to, like, the small things count?
I think I used to when I was, like, you know, younger, and, like, I didn't have, like, all this recognition or, like, substance, but now I'm, like, seeing it again and I'm like, wow, I never, like, stop and just, like, smell a flower, you know? Like, people give you flowers and you don't smell them, you're just like, oh my god, thank you, and then you put it in a vase.
And then
but,
you
like,
smell it?
You need to smell the fucking flowers. Like, when I give you the bouquet, you smell it right there. You know? I think that's really what it is. Like, we don't take enough time to, like, really, like, see the fruits of our labor or, like, just smell a tree or, like, hug a tree. I've actually hugged a tree before. It was so fun.
Okay.
How did that go? Like,
And what was it for?
I
You
don't
was
know,
like,
it was
I
with
need
my
to be
best
present.
friend.
like was it just like a quick tap, or like it was just like you
Oh,
closed your
no,
eyes and
like-
everything?
You tried to suck in the energy from the tree.
I was having lunch at the park with my friend in the car, and then I was like, I'm gonna hug that tree. And then I hugged it, and I felt so good. And that cost me no fucking money.
Would you say you a spontaneous person?
Yeah, very,
Very?
very.
So you don't like? Do you?
I hate
Do you
planning.
need? Yeah, I was about to say.
Like
do you need
planning
structure?
this, I was like, oh my god, how am I gonna go?
Well, no, it was actually like kind of random, don't you think?
Yeah, I know, I love it.
Okay. Yeah.
Destiny.
What were you gonna ask me? Do I need what?
Structure.
Yeah. That's actually so funny you say that, because I told him, I was like, I need to like structure my life. Like it's not it's like chaotic.
I think you're doing okay, right?
That's why I love that you
Reminding-
said that. Structure is like the word of my month.
That's okay. Okay.
Just for the month?
I guess the year.
Okay.
You're
No,
right, it's gonna take a
I'm
long
just
time.
asking.
I'm being enthusiastic about it.
Okay.
So like setting like little like small goals, so you
Yeah.
could just okay.
But
Build
it'll be the whole year, don't worry.
build the discipline, right? That.
Do you think, like, in your personal opinion, do you think like your talent has been recognized at the level that you want it to be yet? Like your brand, your creativity, your collections. Like,
No.
is it where do you see it 5 years from now, or what would be your outcome? What would you want to see?
My like biggest goal, I think, and what would really be like my mission, and it would be like, oh, I'm recognized, you know, would be like working for a brand that I love, you know, like creative direction or just designing or whatever like I'm put for. But that would be like the biggest thing to me.
You have any you got your eye on? Like what is like, yo, this is a dream come true. I never thought I would be here, but I'm here. What brand?
I have a couple in mind.
Put it out there,
You don't
you
want
know?
to share.
You
don't
want me
put-
to share it?
You can share
Put it
one.
in the universe.
like,
You know what I mean?
yeah.
Put it out in the universe. Like you're making it a reality.
Okay, there's like Blue Marine. Have you heard of them?
No, I haven't. You heard of Blue
We
Marine?
heard now.
Yeah,
Mhm.
Domenico
Yeah.
and Chanel.
of course. Yeah,
Chanel's top one.
top one,
Yeah.
number one.
Number
Oh.
one.
How do you get there?
Girl. If I knew I would be there.
Hey, that's
But
keeping
hey,
it 100 right there.
We'll see. I'm still young, right?
No, for sure. I mean, it's definitely possible. You know what I'm saying? Like, but that like we were talking earlier. I think it's so hard when you put in the work and you're trying to achieve something and the outcome is just not what you want. Like you just feel like you're coming up short, like over and over again.
Yeah.
Like how do you deal with that?
I just cry. Like, what do you want me to tell you?
I mean, I appreciate your transparency.
I just cry and go to sleep. And
Call
then
it a
say,
day.
I'm going to go tomorrow is a new day. And then I'm going to pray a little. And then I'm going to, like, just eat something that makes me happy. Like, you know, what can you do?
What makes you happy? What food makes you happy?
A lot of food. A lot of it.
Which one's the go-to?
Like sushi.
Sushi. Okay.
What's something that like you do that like a habit that you wish you can stop? Like I can be more productive if I could stop this.
Get off my phone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You stay on the phone?
I like to be on my phone. I have a lot of work on my phone. But like sometimes I just don't want a phone. I don't want it. But I need it. Like that's how I do on my business. That's like it's my phone.
That's your office.
Yeah. But sometimes I find myself on it when I don't need to be and I have work to do. So that's like a bad habit for sure.
Okay.
Being more responsible, another habit.
You irresponsible? You a business owner.
Yeah, but other things.
Other
Personal.
aspects of life.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. All right. So like,
Wait, another bad habit.
okay, go ahead.
Like just like not eating good.
So a more balanced diet.
Yeah.
Okay. But what do you eat that's bad?
I won't eat and then I'll eat so much. Like
Like,
I'll order like 2 apps, 1 main and then a dessert and then maybe like a drink.
well, you gotta have a dessert.
That's
with
like
your
a
meals,
lot
though.
of food for someone. That's all for me.
But
Hey,
if
but
that's
food is
once a
happiness.
day.
Wait, no, I'm gonna share my apps. But sometimes I do go to dinner alone and I eat. That's what I do. After work, I'll get like 2 apps, the main.
Food is
Okay.
happiness. You know what I mean?
but hey, you work hard. You know what I'm saying?
I'm indulging.
Or if you like, like especially if like you're skipping meals and stuff like that, then of course,
Yeah.
build up an appetite. When it comes to like pricing, right? Whether it's fashion, whatever it is, anything materialistic, like say for instance, Alexander McQueen, right? Say for instance, he had just
R.I.P.
came out, right, and he had a shirt. The shirt originally retailed for like $200, $300. But because it's limited production, now it's being sold for like $5,000, $6,000 for a shirt. Do you think that's okay? You know what I'm saying?
Honestly, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Alexander McQueen also isn't like here with us anymore on the planet.
No, I'm just using him as an example, but I know that. But yeah.
No, I'm just
Yeah,
saying,
yeah.
but like,
Right.
yeah, even more the case. Like, but the only place that would do that is like, let's say I had bought in the shirt, okay, and then I sold it on eBay, because the retailers would never take a $300 shirt that's already $300 and mark it up higher. They would only mark it lower. So I think you're talking about like eBay and like auctioning, right?
Yeah, right. But are you cool with that though?
Honestly, yeah.
All right.
Like, let homeboy get his money.
So, no, because I like shoes. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
a lot of us, and
They bought your
if
Yeezys and they retail them higher.
if the bots get to it before
Okay,
the
that
actual,
pisses me off because there's so many Yeezys.
Yeah.
Okay, but like, other stuff like that, maybe, but maybe because I wouldn't buy that anyway. I don't know.
Okay. What motivates you?
Money.
I was just I just saw that one coming. I was like, yeah, she just said that earlier. Like,
But what else though? That's just it.
Just working out. And then the way I get to my workout is I'm getting my body, like my dream body. So it's all like focus. It's like focus.
I feel you. What's your favorite TV show? You watch a lot of TV?
No, I don't even have a TV in my room. But what is my favorite TV show? I don't know. It's a hard question.
Or who is like, as far as like, okay, so I want 2-part question, right?
Okay.
So who would you say person or like who has been most influential on your fashion and then on you personally? You know what I'm saying? Who do you think you take the most? Who do you think you take the most direction from?
So when I was younger, there was my best friend's mother. She was a supermodel. And I think she rubbed off on me a bit. She was just like this, like huge jewelry and like just like rhinestones everywhere and like just so like avant-garde. She was amazing. Her name's Shanit. She's Israeli. And I think that's probably who like rubbed off on me. Her whole
that's where it all started.
aesthetic.
That's where it all started.
Yeah, well, I didn't know at the time, but like, when you grow up, you just start like putting one
Two
and
and
two
two
together.
together,
Yeah.
Mm.
And then I have a pretty good support group. I have a lot of like fans, and then I have like my parents who really supported me throughout my journey, and my brothers. So I have a pretty good support group.
How was that conversation though? Like you walk in and you're like, Mom, Dad, you know, like I'm about to be a full-time fashion designer. Like,
Oh, they loved it. My dad paid for my college in tuition.
okay.
Tuition.
Well, I don't know what other way you can support other than that. Like that's like
He said I
going
wouldn't
all
want you
in.
to do anything else.
Really?
Yeah.
Dang, that's
He
tight.
did fashion.
Oh, your dad did?
Yeah, I used to go to work with him.
Okay. So what? He
I
was
was
a
younger.
Taylor or
No,
what?
no,
what
no,
did he do?
no. When he moved to Los Angeles, because he's from Israel,
Mhm.
he had he was working in that Santee Alley, like yelling over there, trying to sell stuff. And then I don't know how, but he like landed like a fabric warehouse. I was like 5 at the time, and I would just go hang out there, you know? So that also like influenced
yeah.
me.
Was your mom into fashion?
No, she wasn't.
Okay. Dang. So, do you? I would say like,
Could say
do
I,
you
like-
dress? Do you dress yourself like based on your mood, right? Like, so you
Yeah.
like you be like, yo, I'm feeling like I'm about to go get it today, girl. Right? So you know what I'm saying? You come up like, so describe that for me. You know what I'm saying? You
I
looking
have
at
so many styles. It's crazy.
yeah.
Yeah. I feel like you just never know.
So what are we calling this style today?
This is like my like rock star.
Okay.
All black everything with some jewelry. Yeah, I would definitely say this is like my rock star look.
Okay. Are you
know?
ever comfy? You do the comfy?
Oh
look?
yeah, all the time, every
All the
night.
time? For sure.
I was actually thinking like, should I wear my just a sweatsuit?
You could have.
I know, but I was like, it's not gonna like uplift me. So I just was like, I wanted
It's
to
not
be-
gonna work out.
Do you guys like this outfit?
Yeah, it's banging.
Okay,
you are
period.
doing your thing.
Thank you.
Yeah.
You're out here making statements. You know what I mean?
You had
So-
mentioned that like you would want to go to like to India, right?
Yeah.
What would you like? Why India first of all, and like what would you like to achieve from like going there?
I do want to do some spiritual stuff, but I also know that they have really amazing fabric and jewelry. But yeah, I would definitely do something like spiritual for sure. Maybe I'll do ayahuasca there for the first time with a shaman. Or,
See?
well, maybe Indians have like different stuff going on over there.
Yeah.
Amazing butter chicken.
They probably have like different kind of ayahuasca that's
Yeah.
like better.
Like, and out there is more like organic. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
and it's
Without-
just such a different like scenery. You know, it's a third world country. Like, it's not like this. And I love Israel, and like that's why I love Israel, because like when you go there, you're stepping outside. You're like in a whole new place, whole new field. Like you're seeing every building that you see. Like they haven't remodeled a single building there.
That's
Like
pretty dope.
it's historical.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Would you ride on the elephant too?
Would I?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You would do the whole like safari experience. Like how far would
Got
you
some
go?
tigers?
Yeah.
Where are we going?
Anywhere. Where did you go? Where did you go? Tell her about your
Oh,
Your
I did Thailand.
experience.
I did
I'm
Thailand.
not driving it. I'm not sitting on a tiger.
Oh, it's kind of messed up. I didn't enjoy it.
What? I thought you loved it.
But I'm
No,
kind of
I didn't.
scared of horses, so I don't even know if I'd go on an elephant.
I mean, it's kind of wrong because they're hitting them. Like, I don't know.
No, I
yeah.
don't. Animal cruelty is not cool with me.
They hit the tiger while you
No,
was
no,
petting?
not the tiger. I'm talking about the elephant. Like, they hit him right in the ear. Like, and then you're just riding it. So
No.
you kind of feel guilty, you know? Like,
Yeah, I wouldn't be cool with that.
the tiger that smacked the shit out of the tiger.
You smacked us?
No, I didn't smack it, but I know they do. But, yeah, it's just animal cruelty at its finest. But, yeah.
That's but you being okay, so what's the last trip you went on?
My last trip. It was Israel in August.
Okay.
So it's been a minute.
August was just.
No, that's too long for me. I need to get out of here every month.
You normally go somewhere every month?
Yes, I would like to.
Wow.
Even to like Palm Springs or like Big Bear.
Okay. Do you ski?
I lied. I went to Vegas for New Year's, but that doesn't count because it was so bad.
Well, it is Vegas though. Super crowded, overcrowded.
It's so crowded.
Do you do good in like crowded spaces? And
no.
You like? Oh no. So you said like you like your alone time.
Yeah.
So why is that important to you?
Because I can think, and I can be with myself and like, just like really gather my thoughts, my emotions. Like, what did I do today? Like, how am I feeling? Like, do you ever ask yourself like, how am I feeling right now?
Yeah.
All the time.
Okay,
good.
All the time, you know? So I just need a sec. I feel like I'm around people all day. Like, people come in and out of my office, and then like I like go places, you know, I meet people. I used to like going out. I don't really like going out anymore. I'll get like social anxiety sometimes. Also like Hollywood parties, not into it. Like, people don't move. They like touch you and they grab you, and like I'm just not, it's not for me, you know? Or like where I'm at in life. And I don't really like to I don't like my energy being in places where I don't know who's there.
Yo, people is like really big on energy right now.
Yeah.
Do you do the crystals or anything like that? You charge
I have a
crystals?
lot of crystals.
Okay.
She got it in her her rings.
Oh, duh. Okay. All right, cool.
She on some Power Ranger stuff right there. Like, it's gonna block some negative energy for sure. Like,
so like what colors do you see in people, or what color is it that you say where you be like, yo, I'm turning around going the other way?
It's not really a color. I told you it's like a feeling.
Yeah. Okay. All right, cool. I got this question I got for you, right? All right. So you done worked a long day. He was like, yo, before I go home, I need to stop, get some things from Kmart, Walmart, Target, whatever, right? Right? So you go in the store, getting the necessities that you need. On your way in the store, you notice that there was a homeless person, man or female, doesn't matter, standing outside. And you noticed them, but you didn't make eye contact. But when you came out with your bag of necessities, you made eye contact. Person asks you, hey, you got any change you can spare? Right? And you was feeling good. You know what I'm saying? You closed some deals. You got that brand deal you was actually wanting, you know? Right? So you was like, you know what? I got you. You open your purse, you know what I'm saying? That what's that Birkin? You open your Birkin, right? Right? And you give them 50.
The Birkin that I don't have.
Yeah. No, I'm just saying, like, you give them $50, right?
Uh-huh.
All right. You give them $50. The person walks away. You notice they getting in a Tesla and they speeding off. Are you going to chase them down, get the license plate number? Or are you going to say, you know what, I'm going to chalk this up. They probably needed it more than me.
I'd be like, they needed it more than me.
Are you always this mellow? You are super mellow. You always been this way?
You think I'm mellow?
You are super mellow.
yeah.
You're super mellow.
That's crazy.
And it's cool, though. It's cool. I like it.
That's crazy because I have my moments.
Oh,
Really?
shit.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Like, you start clapping.
Oh, yeah.
You start clapping.
Talking like this.
Oh, yeah, no, I have my moments. I think I'm just, like, in good spirits right now.
Cool.
You know?
I'm glad.
But about, like, the homeless guy, like, worst has happened to me. That's not really, like, something bad that happened to someone, but I'm just saying it's like, okay, whatever. Like, what am I going to do about it?
That's a Tesla. They go fast.
That's a Tesla.
They go fast.
I love my Tesla.
But no, it was like, I remember doing, when COVID had first kicked off, there was a lot of news coverage on people. Let me tell you, I told you how I got hustled at the gas.
Yeah.
All right, man. But we ain't even going to talk about my story. So there was a lot of news coverage of people like pretending to be, in dire needs. You know
Uh-huh.
what I'm saying? And then you see them like pull off in a nice little Chevy or something, like all tricked out.
But that's been happening for like so long. Where I
But not
live,
so obvious though. Like I'm talking
okay.
about, like you give them the money and then like 10 steps away they hop getting in something cool, better than what you rolling in. And
There's a
just,
guy I Rite Aid who used to. I don't think he does it anymore, but he hides one leg up on the chair on his hand on his wheelchair,
word.
and has a blanket on and has like a sign. Yeah, in Beverly Hills, I Rite Aid.
Wow.
But I don't really see him, so I guess he's good now.
Wow.
He got his bread up.
That's crazy. Give me a time where I know you frequented the Hollywood parties in the past or something like that. Give me a crazy experience, like something you was like, dude, only this will happen in the movies, but it happened to you and you experienced it. You don't got to give names and whose party it was, but just general.
There's just like so many stories that like I honestly I don't want to answer it.
Okay. No tigers in the backyard.
No.
Swimming with the tigers. No. All right.
Sorry, I'm so sorry to be a bummer.
It's good. Like I'm not.
She said sorry, not sorry.
Yeah, I know. I'm good. So what do you got coming up? What's next? Are you working on a new collection, or what's on the horizon for you personally and business wise?
Well, I just dropped some stuff like the other day and see how that goes. And then, I'm just like working on my business and my fitness, and I'm just working on me every day, want to be a better version of myself, and also like have a amazing brand, and like cater to all different types of bodies, and like be a good role model, and yeah, just like keep paving my way, I guess.
Okay. What's give me a celebrity. Who would be like your dream? I don't even have to. Yeah. Okay. Give me your dream celebrity. Who you would want to style?
Kim Kardashian.
Kim Kardashian.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Make the call. Call her right now. Let
Call her.
Yeah.
We gotta set it up. We gotta set it up.
See, that'll get me hyped.
Yeah. There we go. But nah, we're coming to the end of our show, and we always open up the microphones to our guests and to the host to share anything you want with the listeners and the viewers out there. Because you are our guest today, you know what I'm saying, we're gonna give you first go. Adriana, is there anything you want to share with our listeners and our viewers?
Sure. I would like to say that I feel like dreams are really hard, but to like achieve and like get to, but I feel like there's like a really nice shiny rainbow rock over there, and like once you get there, you're like, yes, I did it. And I feel like all you really need to do is like believe in yourself, and like just make those connections and make those sacrifices, and like just fucking go. But the one thing that like stops people is just excuses and being tired, and like always just having something better to say says why they're not doing something they would love to. So, just if you really want something, you gotta go 100,000 trillion to get there. You can't just like say you want something and like be half or like a quarter or an eighth. Like it's all in, So that's what I gotta say today.
For sure. GQ Nesso, anything you would like to share?
Yeah, definitely want to thank you to all our audience tuning in. We definitely appreciate it, and keep following us. Follow us on all our social media platforms, and yeah, thanks.
All right.
We got some good stuff coming up.
Yeah, most def. And it's definitely, once again, I would like to thank you for being here today with us. It's been a wonderful time, and getting to know you and hearing your experiences. And don't come to me with no BS. Don't be making no excuses. Got to go 100%, right? But I
Make
say,
it rain.
you know,
Make
yeah,
it rain,
make
she
it
said.
rain.
Make it
Make it
rain,
rain.
right?
Know what you stand for. That's what I would say. Know what you stand for, and it has to have some sort of importance. If
Yeah.
not to you, you know what I'm saying, to somebody else. Because something my mom used to always tell me is somebody's always watching. You know what I'm saying? Somebody's
Facts.
always watching the way you move. Whether it's in a negative way or in a positive way, we will hope it's positive, but somebody's watching and they're going to mimic, they're going to mirror what they see in you. But be that difference. But we love you. We thank you. We see you guys next time. I'm Drew. We are Option Forward. Peace.
Thank you.